Okay, so the image of the screen is a little bit wider right now as we introduce number 11, which is the necessary and proper clause, a very unique power dedicated to the federal government. The summary here basically says that the U.S. government has the power to make all laws necessary and proper for carrying out the responsibilities of the federal government. Let's jump over here and take a look at the highlighted portion here. Article 1, Section 8, Clause 18 of the U.S. Constitution states that Congress shall have the power to make all laws which shall be necessary and proper for carrying into execution the foregoing powers and all other powers vested by this Constitution in the government of the United States or in any department or officer thereof. So what this is saying is that the U.S. government has the ability to kind of stretch the meaning of what it needs to get done, the jobs that it needs to get done. This necessary and proper clause, more commonly to the people, from that day moving forward, was known as the elastic clause, because it would allow the government to stretch the meaning to potentially fit whatever it needed to. You could just say, hey, we need a new law because we need power to do this in order to carry out our other job description, our other duty or responsibility that was explained somewhere else in the government or within the Constitution itself. A lot of people feared this, especially the anti-federalists. They feared that there was no way to check the elastic clause, that stretchability of the Constitution, that in the future you could abuse the power, stretch it to mean whatever you need it to mean to make the government bigger and bigger and bigger. I often wonder how the Founding Fathers would view the government today, which has grown quite a bit from what it was at that time. Would they see it as justifiable based upon the needs that we have today, or would they look at it as something that was an abuse of the necessary and proper clause itself? But it's that flexibility, the stretchability of the federal government to add more power in order to do its job as explained by the Constitution. That's your necessary and proper clause. States don't have that, just the federal government.